School is out and summer is starting, and I thought it would be good for us to just do a little check-in on what's happening in the real estate market in Middle Tennessee. Hi, I'm Tiffany Fykes with the Fykes Realty Group, and I am here to look at the numbers so you don't have to, and obviously I'm also here to match my background. I didn't realize that until I'm sitting here right this second. But let's talk about the Middle Tennessee market and what you need to know. So I'm going to break us up into Davidson County and Williamson County. One of the great things about the Nashville market is it is still increasing. Now, there's a lot of markets around the country right now in May of 2026 that are not increasing. Pricing is going down. One of the advantages we have in Middle Tennessee is healthcare is one of our major industries, and healthcare is one of the healthiest industries right now in the U.S. economy. So that bodes well for us in Middle Tennessee. So what's happening in Davidson County? We are seeing a pretty steady increase. Last year, from middle of 2024 to middle of 2025, we saw about a 2% increase. Same increase this year, 12 rolling months. Middle of 25 to middle of 26, we're seeing a uptick of about 2%. That is great. Could it be higher? Sure, but it's not zero. It's not -10. It's great news because we're having a steady increase. We're also doing that while inventory is increasing. For the last 3 years, our closings have stayed the same, which means we're selling about the same number of homes. Now, over the last couple of years, we've seen a slight incline in more homes available. That's good news for buyers. There is more opportunity for the buyers. But what's good news for the sellers is prices are still increasing. We're tipping into a buyer's market in Davidson County, but we're still got a foot in a balanced market where it's really great news for both. Now, let's jump to Williamson County. What's happening there? Same uptick, just a little bit of a higher increase. So for the last 2 years, we've seen on about average of a 5% increase on home prices in Williamson County. That's great. That is right in the middle of where we want to see them. 4 to 6% increase is like textbook perfect. So 5, I feel really great about that. Seeing the same increase in inventory, but again, all that means is it's great news for buyers. We were incredibly depressed in the amount of inventory coming on the market. So buyers, you've got options. Sellers, you're still, if the house is ready, getting your price. So I would say it's great news in the Middle Tennessee industry of real estate. Thank you, healthcare. Thank you, all the people who still want to move to Middle Tennessee. And the forecast is looking to stay the same. Now, I would not expect to see a huge 10% increase. Staying in your home longer isn't necessarily going to help you in the long run. If you're thinking about making a move, interest rates have kind of stabilized where they're going to be. And I'd say it's a great time because here's the thing that you need to know about when you're selling and buying a home in the same market. It doesn't matter if it's a good market or a bad market for whomever, because you are going to be both of those people. So a balanced market is actually perfect because when it's a seller's market and you sell and get all this money, that's great, except then you got to go be a buyer and then you have to get beat up on the buyer side of things. Right now, we're in a balanced market. Both people have the power. And so that gives you a lot more opportunity as you want to move up or downsize when your kids leave, whatever you're in. It is the time to make a move while the market is balanced and everybody has a little bit of power. So if you have any other questions about the real estate market, our team is always here to answer them. You can always call us at 615-315-9223. Thanks.